alone. I would like to invite Brother Hanif from CARE, and not only that we have people that has been accused and arrested, but also we know that there is many abuses for various law enforcement here in San Diego, right now as we speak it. There is many stories, and I'm sure you're all aware that is taking place right now. There was some young Somali youth, a group of them that was stopped by the police department, and they were asking questions, and they cooperate with law enforcement and answer all the questions. One of them said that the police said, "How come you don't have any record? How come you don't have any criminal record?" They said, "We don't have any criminal record." And the police told them, one of them said that, "We don't see any reason that you stop us and you're asking us these questions other than profiling us." And he said that we are profiling. So if you don't think that there is community is being profiled and attacked, you are dreaming. It's taking place as we speak it. Not only the police, but various law enforcement. We know that many people, homeless was visited without any legal papers and search. And many people will tell you that. And we have organizations that do nothing but to advocate and speak on behalf of the Muslim community. And we need to know those organizations, we need to collaborate, we need to cooperate, we need to know more, we need to seek their services. And one of those organizations is CARE. And Brother Hanif is here. He will tell you about the organization and the work they do. And if you have any of these situations, you are under no obligation to answer any questions. You can ask, talk to my lawyer, basically. You have a right, as Brother Khalil says. We cannot go tonight about your rights and responsibilities, but this is one of your rights. And hopefully Brother Khalil will cover that, Brother Hanif will cover that.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu ala Rasulullah, wa amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So I started when I came, some of the tables, one-on-one, I said salams to you. But the rest of you, I didn't have time. So I apologize, and I want to right now say assalamu alaikum to each and every one of you. I came about less than 3 months ago to this community, inshallah, to inshallah ta'ala strengthen CARE, and so we can take care of our issues in this city. So are you with me, inshallah? Yes. Come on, say it louder. Yes. Inshallah, inshallah. Jazakallah khair, Brother Khalil. One of our teachers, historians, said something, and I want to kind of go along that lines. He talked about history. And he said something beautiful. He said history is like a clock that tells you the time of the day. History is like a compass that gives you direction. History is what will tell you and I where we were, where we are, and where we ought to go. So I think because of that, it's important that we go back a little bit in the history in this country. Nowadays, everybody's talking about revolution, but we have forgotten that in America, late 18th century, people created a revolution. I'm trying to summarize. I love this story. Perhaps some other time we can go in details. But a revolution occurred. They put together a constitution, but then people were not happy with it. They wanted to make sure that the government does not violate their rights, their human rights, their civil rights. So they wanted a Bill of Rights. And a Bill of Rights was created, and only then they ratified the Constitution. Only 7 years right after that, the government put a law to again try to violate the civil rights of the people. Why? The government has a specific disease, wants to control people. And one way to control you and I is to first snatch our rights. There are too many laws that we can go through very quickly. For those of you who know history, Sedition Act, right? Alien and Sedition Act. You have the Smith Act. You have the Executive Order of 9066, which put our Japanese American brothers and sisters in internment camps, putting America into shame. But it didn't stop there, right? McCarran Act, right? You have Anti-Terrorism and Effective Death Penalty 96 Act, right? And then you have the U.S. Patriot Act, which is the ultimate unpatriot act, 2001. But we have to step back and learn, why are these things happening? Why are they successful in every time introducing a law, taking out our civil rights? Why? Because here's what they do. What they do is they do this almost always after some kind of a war, some kind of a created monster, some issue, some problem, right? Sometimes it's political within parties, ideological, or otherwise. And historically, here's what we see. War with France, World War II, Cold War, right? Now, terrorism, right? Anti-terrorism war, or war on terrorism. And I will tell you this, unfortunately, and I'll be strong on this, it seems like it is more like anti-Islam war. Isn't it right? Altogether, they create some kind of fear, a monster, dehumanize a community. These Muslims, look at how they look like. Scary. They'll get you. They'll blow up. And once they succeed to scare people, they can pass these laws. Now I'm going to conclude. America is playing a dirty trick. But that trick is an old trick, and you and I can catch it. They're trying to scare us. They're trying to put fear in our hearts, in America's hearts. But one thing they haven't learned, since they brought our brothers and sisters for slavery, they have never learned that Muslims will never fear no one but Allah. No one but Allah. And we will stand together to fight every case in court, be it with MLF or CARE or Mass Freedom or any organization. Are you with me? Now, I'll be honest with you. We can go ahead and talk about, give fancy speeches all over the place. But if we don't do nothing about it, it's not going to get us anywhere. So let's talk about actions. I'm going to close with actions. First of all, if you don't know how many of you know what CARE is? If you don't, shame on me. Seriously. So first, get to know. Get to know your organization. Get to know Muslim Legal Fund. Get to know CARE. Get to know Mass Freedom. Because these are people who stand to serve you. I'm here as your servant. But if you don't call on me, you see that? Then I can't help you. So when the government comes to snitch on the community and harass you, when FBI harass you, talk to us. We love talking to the FBI. We love cooperating with the government, and I'm serious about this. But we got no love for anybody that wants to violate our rights. And we will stand for our rights. Because Quran says, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu kunu qawwamina bil qist. And we will stand for it. We will give our life. I will give my life. But you got to back me up. You got to back us up. So here's what I'm going to ask, because he's looking at me funny. Here's what I'll ask and leave. Action items. Because Islam didn't come for us as a theory. Islam came as an action-oriented religion. So here are actions for us. Number one, Jazakallah khair for MLF. Let's support him. Is that clear? Number two, get involved. Learn the issues. Get involved with care. How many of you guys promise that you will at least try? Come on. Try it. Try it. Now, here's something. Get involved at your local level. Educate yourself and your families and your masajids. Become intern and volunteer with care. And lastly, here's what I'll leave you with. I started with history. I'm going to end with history. We can learn from our history. Japanese Americans were taken to internment camps, correct? There is an internment camp about 5-6 hours away from here. Care on April 30th. I'm giving you 1 month ahead of time notice. On April 30th, we will have vans for brothers separate, for sisters separate. So you're happy. All right? And sisters will be driving it. And together, we will take a trip to visit one of the internment camps. And we will have those people who were put in those internments talk to us. So we can learn. So we can learn the American history. Our history. Remember, go back to the history, Muslims came here before Columbus came. So Muslims are Americans. So on April 30th, join me so we can all together go. We'll wake up early in the morning before Fajr. We'll pray Fajr on the way. We'll get there. We'll be there all day. We'll come back by midnight. There's a sign-up sheet that I left on the back. Please sign for it. Please. And once again, Hanif Mohebbi came all the way. I left everything. My business, my family, came here to be your servant. Please give me the opportunity to serve you. So if your masjid have not, contacted us, contact us. If somebody comes and harasses you, contact us. Employment, all the issues that you have, contact us, talk to us. Jazakallah khair. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless America. God bless the world.